It's time to jump.
Into the fort we go. Red lights flashing. Deploy the hard points. Let's bring the fight to 'em. We know who you work for. Good luck sending any more. I know what I can guarantee. Blow you right out the galaxy. Into the fire. Man, the hell, they all fall like flies. Into the fire. Here they come and we're about to testify. Into the fire. Man, the hell, they all fall like flies. Into the fire. Here they come and we're about to testify. Deploy hard points. Let's clear this hive. Claim the void as our own. Oh me, oh my, here they come. I need all of them. Too late, we know you work for. Good luck sending any more. I know what I can guarantee. Blow you right out the galaxy. Into the fire. And the hell, they all fall like flies. Into the fire. Here they come and we're about to testify. Into the fire. And the hell, they all fall like flies.
Hello, Commander. I am a wingman at your service.
Here they come and we're about to testify. Into the fire. Switch to silent running. We're sneaking past the federal fleet. It's the perfect night for profit.
Hey folks, just dropped out
And
of hyperspace.
getaways we can't repeat.
Count me in. I've got a cargo hold full of
They
uranium,
check
ready
the
to offload.
cargo.
Any good markets around?
Move it to the surface
I
on
heard that
the
the station
slide.
here is paying top credits for precious metals.
We greet the black
Let's meet the
market
doc and see what
dealers.
we can get.
Better not stare 'em in the eye. Switch to silent running. We're sneaking past the federal fleet. Oh, switch to silent running. Ejecting a pod for extra pay. We need to keep our distance, 'cause they're getting jumpy and it's late. No locks and no transponders. Keep the codes memorized. They got us under scanners. Just don't stare them in the eye. Switch to silent, silent, silent. Switch to silent, silent, silent. Switch to, switch to, switch to, switch to silent, switch to silent, switch to silent, switch to to silence, switch to silence, switch to silence, 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 switch to switch.
Boost into super cruise. Don't fly high cause I'm close to you. Boost into super cruise. Now it's on and they're gaining two. Off the radar now, you've got a bounty. All the suits in the system are running transmission on me. I could try for you, but I lost the alignment. Better reconfigure the power up and then tighten up. And if it's a hyper jump, you wanna guide me. I need some data just to see behind me. And yeah, I give them what they want, but no, it don't define me. I got a sealed hatch, so don't think I'm running from you. And I'm with somebody new. You know I've been wondering who you are, where you've been, and if you ran into trouble with another crew. Are you tired of the rendezvous? I know where you've been, you're still in a super cruise. I just realized this space game got me hypnotized. It's a move on by, make a left at last.
What is good, everyone? Welcome, welcome. Today we are back with some beautiful Elite Dangerous. How's everyone doing? Hope you guys and girls are keeping well. My name is the announcer, and we are about to go and get launched back into a gorgeous night of space gameplay. Suppose I better launch all my tools. Do you want to say hello to everyone?
Greetings, everyone. Celestia here, ready to assist you on your cosmic adventures. Hope you're all having a stellar time.
Oh, well, yes, I'm having a stellar time. First, the Savant. He's got my first skis. He's got my first skis. Better give that spreadsheet back up, haven't we? How's everyone doing though today? How are you all doing? Genuinely, like, what we all been up to?
Boost into super cruise. Don't fly high cause I'm close to you. Boost into super cruise. Now it's
We have got
two.
very tempted to play another space game today because of what they released, but I thought to myself, I better not. I better stick with what we know. I did get my I managed to get YouTube music sorted out as well, which is brilliant. So we now got better quality music on stream because it's all my music. Went out to fly the drone earlier. It was way too windy. We crashed the drone and it's still working. The gimbal just came out a little bit. I'm not going to lie, when I saw it, it was weird what it did. It is really weird what it did. Like, I'm actually tempted to see what it was before we kick off stream. Because it was just following me back and then it just all of a sudden just went, nope. And then just dropped out the sky. And I was like, why do this to me? Why? But it's alright. Hey, Celestia, did you know that my DJI Neo just dropped out the sky earlier today? It's working perfectly fine, but I'm just telling Stream about it. Oh, did you want to say hi to Stream as well?
Hey Stream, glad to hear the DJI Neo is doing fine after that drop. Always an adventure out there. Keep those skies clear.
So we better launch into the game, haven't we?
Hello.
Elite Dangerous. I got a little folder for them all here, look. How's everyone now? How are you all doing today? Hopefully you are fantastic and everything's been brilliant. Oh, Steam has an update. Interesting. It looked like it was updating and I thought it was updating, but it's No Man's Sky that's doing it. Ooh.
I don't need
Down space without you. And thank you very much to whoever it was that used my referral code last night. I really do appreciate that.
deep space.
The campaign Okay. I didn't get involved in that power play, unfortunately, so we ain't getting any rewards.
Everybody
How you doing, D Savant? How are you doing, everyone?
got some, and every trip is a trip, and all the rides have been fun.
But welcome, commanders, welcome. Data runner.
Data runner. Data runner. Data runner. Data runner. Data runner.
Of course, Commander.
Okay. Who we got online today? Let's have a look. Online first. Oh, we got a group pending request. Space Pappy. Let's go. Nice. Space Pappy's in.
For any unauthorized weapons.
Puddles is on. Nice. Nice. We got a few peeps on. Check the cargo hatch.
For any unauthorized weapons.
At your disposal, Commander.
So if you have just joined us, we are going to continue building. Hey, Puddles. Good to see you here tonight, bro. Gonna continue building up the funds and the materials that are required to build our second base building in BoB. So we'll get logged in. We'll get the Type 9 out. We'll get 99 problems, but my Type 9 ain't one. Well, technically, my weekend has started, guys, so we can play as long as I want tonight until I am dead inside, okay?
All systems nominal.
Right, let's have a loosh. Make sure my little spreadsheet's up to date. So ceramic, 95, yeah. 25, yeah. Food cartridges, 29, yeah. Insulating membrane 117773 10 23685 1683 24 and 15. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Careful out there, Star Chaser.
I'm gonna try and do something here. 1 second. What's on my screen?
Last night, they didn't take too kindly to my twirl and barrel roll.
Wrong screen. 1 sec.
Task underway. Your screen shows the Windows Task Manager, displaying
Yes, I
your
know
running
it does.
process.
I know it does. Okay. We know it does. Hey! Nice. You got another engineer unlocked. What's on my screen?
It seems you meant to say, once I'm
What's
screened.
on
Would you like...
my screen? There we go.
Almost done.
Check the cargo hatch. We're smuggling rare artifacts through the bubble's most dangerous sectors in.
Your screen displays the colonization effort at an orbital construction site named Mesa's Pride. You're logged in as CMDR the announcer, and it lists various goods required for construction, such as aluminum, ceramic components, and liquid oxygen, with their corresponding values and required quantities. The construction progress is at 21%, with a remaining time of 20 hours, 12 minutes, and 13 seconds, and the current date shown is March 6th, 3311.
Well, this is literally my station within BoB. We are looking to get all of these materials put together right now.
We're smuggling rare artifacts through the bubble's most dangerous sectors in.
Sounds like a busy time at Mesa's Pride. Gathering those materials will definitely speed up the construction process. If you need a hand with tracking down specific items or managing trade routes, just let me know.
I'll be fine. We got ED Copilot for that, but thank you very much.
Starting the ED Copilot main process. Please stand by. The ED Copilot process is...
Absolutely. Happy to hear you've got EDC Pilot handling things. If you need any other support, feel free to reach out. Good luck with the colonization effort.
You've not even said hi to our crew from HCS yet.
Just made the jump from Wave to Semius. Anyone else in the area soaking up some of that sweet?
Hey, HCS crew. Celestia here, ready to assist the squad.
Initializing the
Excited to be
co-pilot
aboard
module.
with you all. Let's make this journey unforgettable.
Shortly, Commander. Systems and station data has been updated. Looks like the last tick update is delayed, Commander. As it is more than 26 hours after the last successfully retrieved
Retract
tick
landing
time,
yet?
I am going to assume that the tick happened today at the
Retracting
same
modules.
time as yesterday,
Handing you the
which was at
com.
16:45.
Okay,
Commander,
so
there is a
I
new Galnet
believe
article since your last session.
we're going to
Titan
find
Brewer Corporation Trailblazer
water
fleet upgraded.
purifiers.
Anyone want to wing up?
All systems are fully operational. Let's get ready to rumble.
In the space that's inside.
We're docked at Orbital Construction Site, Mesa's Pride on Gliese 165B, in BoB.
In the prisons we can fly.
We're aboard 99 Problems, your Type 9 Heavy.
We are stars tonight.
All right, let's go, stream.
Setting course for V491 Percy. The maximum jump range for this ship is 40.0 light years.
Okay.
The closest system to buy water purifiers, excluding fleet carriers, is V491 Percy, which is 18.78 light
Clear
years.
the mass lot.
Head to Ram City, a Coriolis starport that is 60 light seconds from the star. Last price was 261 credits, with a quantity of 65,748
Clear the
tons
mass
1
lot.
day ago. It's not even a hop, skip and a jump away, it's just a single jump.
Spinning like a fidget in the night. It, yeah. I know.
Oh, it's changed to a different profile, that's why. Elite Dangerous, Singularity, there we go. Retract landing gear is not going to work, but never mind. Let's go!
Loitering infraction detected. Clear pet approach immediately.
My wife was on one of the rescue ships that didn't make it. They never stood a chance. Star exfiltrations cleared. Docking privileges restored. Imagine your pain right now. She always believed in doing what was right, even when it was dangerous.
Protocol override customize settings.
Crisis is just getting started.
Customizer opened.
No doubt.
She must have been an amazing
So many
person.
people with nowhere to
Where?
go. It's
Where is it?
heartbreaking.
She was. I just don't know how to move on
I
without her.
heard some are even looking to settle in uninhabited systems.
You don't have to figure it out alone.
I'm gonna just stop
I hope they find
HCS
some
and
kind of
reload it.
peace after all this.
We
I'll see if I can help with the resettlement efforts once my ship is patched up.
need to get Ripley as well, actually. Seventh of March. That means tomorrow.
I've had it with crowded stations and endless refugee queues. I'm heading out to find a system no one's
Welcome
aware of.
back.
Discord.
All systems ready to go.
Planning to sell or just live off your ship? Settle, eventually. Maybe even start a colony if I can find the right place. That's ambitious. You sure you're ready to leave everything behind? I think I have to. Soul's not what it was, and staying here feels like clinging to a ghost. If you find a quiet paradise, don't forget to send
Okay.
the coordinates. Some of us might join you.
I hope this
My sister didn't
transmission
even get a chance.
reaches you alright.
She was on Earth when Cosito
My
arrived.
freighter went nova in which
I can't
space
imagine
last
how that
night.
feels.
I'm alone
Do you know what happened?
with no one to call.
No, and that's the hardest
Commander's
part.
crushed,
The last message I got was her
but
telling me
she's
not to worry.
alone.
Alright. Clear the mass lock.
It's gut-wrenching, losing someone with no closure.
Done.
I'm so sorry.
Boost activated.
So chat, if you have just joined us, we're currently going to get a lot of materials for
Stand by.
BoB,
None of this
our
is your
new colonized
fault.
system.
It's left us all scrambling.
Just so you know, there is a place where the lost can call their home, but getting there is the hard part.
Well, you are.
Power balanced.
Got my message.
I'm gonna have to go the extra mile, take some risk. Bounty hunting, I guess.
I don't believe bounty hunting is going to suit you. No offense.
None taken. Disengage.
Disengaging crews.
Mining my
Engage jump.
You mining? I don't think so.
Charging frameshift drive.
request docking.
Affirmative.
Survive if we can't see it through. We won't survive. It's up to you. We need this more than they.
Jumping to next system. We have successfully transitioned to witch space.
What if it's too
Heading to
much?
V491 Percy.
I hear their
Then it's
signal
okay to leave it for
calling
later.
mine.
The star coming up is
Someone
scoopable.
isn't going anywhere.
More than I can take.
We will be regarded as hostile while in the system, so stay on alert.
Right.
I want
We
you to
don't
know
mind about that,
that
do we,
after
stream?
things that I might be a risk. Based
I believe
on
you
my
wanted to
traits,
visit the
my
market at Round
characteristics,
City in the system
and
to buy water
incident.
purifiers, Commander.
That is very true. I did want to do that.
We might
Thank
find
you.
core dynamic composites or proprietary composites in the system,
Open
Commander.
system up.
Check signal sources if you are
Executing
interested.
now.
Was it Rand City we had to go to? Yeah, it's got to be Rand City, hasn't it? All right, let's go and see what this station has to offer.
Hearing whispers could be the Mamba Mia healing us.
If it's the Mamba MIA, tell M we're not their taxi service.
Bit of a gravity well there.
They crept close in the middle of the night. Total blackout with no engine lights. You better launch the fighter. Get him out of sleep, we need all the good fighters. Out here, all alone. A pirate nebula hovers it all around us. Launch the fighter, the big one in the middle. Sit him down in his seat. Put him in a trance until he must start to kill our spaceship. Wait for the first one to make a move.
Alright, chat. How many are we requiring here? Oh, fuck. Leap of shame. Maybe not, actually. We're just 20 kilometers out. That's okay. I thought we was about to do a leap of shame.
We sense something behind us. Nothing from behind, I can't see. I can't see, says the one in the police seat next to the captain.
Recon Tango Hotel Echo. It's a pleasure to have you at the Federal Station, Commander.
So it's not my home anymore. I've decided to leave it behind and look for a system to settle.
He doesn't want to fight, just launch the
A whole new system. That's a big leap. What made you decide?
Dangerous. Really dangerous. Alright, I'm hoping we'll be able to get all of this done tonight.
Thinking of starting a colony. There's plenty of space out there for it.
I've noticed a lot of people that are from Star Citizen are now trying Elite Dangerous, which is hilarious because we got a couple of people I unfortunately don't like now playing the game, but that is hilarious.
boy, sipping on the strawberry kava. Align your jump drive, we're going to Beagle Point. Bougie, so I'm applying the single joint. I'm looking to the heavens in the Beagle Point. Not many have made it.
Request docking.
Sure, Commander.
Sending docking request.
Commander, landing pad 40 is located at 4 o'clock at the back when entering the slot with green lights to your right. I guess there's zero fucking chance you will keep below the speed limit though.
Correct, that is very correct.
On my chiffon and square table of varnished dark oak. I'll take a bow now if you want me to. Throw the demigod's food, but
can we hurry this up, please, officer? I keep replaying it in my mind.
Like the
They were
seasons
at
come
Galileo,
and shoot
waiting for
the weathered
evacuation, but
gray.
the fog got hit before they could get out.
Once the veils arise, a Southern Cross will
I'm
say.
so sorry. Losing someone like that, it's not
Align your drum drive. Align your drum
My
drive
brother was always
to
the brave
Beagle
one,
Point.
staying calm for everyone else. I just
Align your drum drive for Beagle Point.
It's not something anyone should have to face. If you ever need to talk, we're here. Thanks. I just need to figure out how to move forward. Right now, it feels impossible.
take it one step at a time.
Behind the jump drive,
He wants you to keep flying.
we're making the leap. Pioneering Type 9s, Beagle Points and Explorers Keep. Behind the jump drive, we're making the leap. Pioneering Type 9s, Beagle Points and Explorers Keep.
Alright, first material we got, ladies and gents. Let's have a look.
This is our first visit to the station, Commander.
Oh, we've never been to this bad boy before. Rand City.
The damage was too much. I couldn't get there in time.
Behind the jump drive.
That's
Oh,
devastating.
obviously, we got to go to the gift shop known as a mission board first of all, stream.
It's good to see a friendly face.
Dad stayed behind to help others board first. He was always thinking of others before himself. That kind of selflessness is rare. He was a hero.
It seems like a really good way to build up some power play reputation. I am still getting it from this. 36 merits on this bad boy. Nice. Where's me mobile phone?
Control. going to leave me queuing for a docking bay.
Working on it, Commander. Traffic is high. Hold position.
Align your jump drive. Align your jump drive. Okay, chat. So we need water purifiers. We need 15 of them bad boys. Not too many.
Pad just opened up, Commander. Sending location now.
Computer components we need 25 of. Food cartridges we need 29 of.
You sure that exists?
Maybe not, but I'll take anything close. And who knows? Maybe I'll start something new out there.
I admire the ambition. If anyone can make it happen, it's someone who survived Seoul.
Yep. Insulating membrane.
Aligned and jump drive. We're making the leap. We're pioneering type 9.
Control, Sound Kruger Mike Tango Juliet 07 here. Requesting permission to enter the station.
We're making the leap.
Acknowledging your request, but we are experiencing a short delay. Please
Pioneering
stand
type
by.
9s.
Appreciated, Control.
Right, so explosives, no.
Attention, Commander. State of the ship in perfect condition.
We still need some more liquid oxygen, but I think that's everything here. Basic medicines we don't need.
Copy that. Stand by while we diagnose and reset the
I
relay.
think that's everything.
Next night it glows like fire. Hand up. We'll drive into the night. Bring in more than a galactic credit. Thought we'd lost it all when the Type 9 had it. Came back even better. Alright.
Yeah, I want to say that's everything that we need here at the moment, guys. So let's go and have a ganders at what we can do with that.
Found the supply, the untraceable connection. The whole operation's gone dark, no distractions. We'll keep our promise and our oath to each other. It's bond to keep us honest. Hold tight. Prepare for dying.
Whoa.
Oh, we bring cargo that the whole galaxy wants to hold.
Okay, so now we need water is what we need. So we'll go and find some water closest to where we are using Copilot. Where's my little Copilot screen gone?
Soul's taught me one thing: life's too short to live in chaos.
There we are.
I'm going to find a system where I can put down roots.
Trade in all above the
So we'll go get a little bit of water.
What kind of place are you looking for?
called Lenny Killer. He says to us, he's got supplies.
The closest system to buy water, excluding fleet carriers, is LP302-22, which is 19.07 light years from you. Head to Avicenna City, an Orbis starport that is 82 light seconds from the star. Last price was 58 credits, with a quantity of 2771595 tons, 1 day ago.
Good to know.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave. Please close station services and retry your request, beloved.
for docking instructions.
Apologies for the delay.
Okay, so we're gonna head over to LP302-22 now.
Setting course for LP302-22. System is just one jump away. No need to pack an overnight bag.
Let's get out of here.
Across the bubble now. Is it selfish to want to find a quiet system and start over? Not at all. You've been through hell. It's okay to prioritize your own pace.
But if you feel drawn back to Seoul, maybe it's worth exploring why.
Ship released. Depart when ready, Commander.
I don't know. Soul feels like a wound that might never heal. Then maybe it's time to heal elsewhere. It's not
We just gotta wait in the
Are you
queue to
ready
get
to
out of
leave
here,
this
chat.
place, Commander?
So chat, what we all up to?
Wherever you go, make sure it's somewhere you can truly
What are we all up to tonight, guys and girls?
Standing by.
Everybody else can stay back home with the super drones, alien kids, skin and bones. Entertain me so I feel I owe. I was younger then I was
Alright. Clear the mass lock.
Unnecessary. Afterburners engaged. Power to engines. Stand by.
I've got a few friends who feel the same. We're thinking of starting a new colony somewhere this way.
All clear.
No fire shall take place.
A little Baba wanted to go outside, guys.
I just want a place where we can build something.
Equalize power.
If you find paradise, let us know. Maybe we'll follow.
when you've had your heart attack and you're never coming back.
Interstellar travel mode engaging now.
Jumping to
Marvelous.
LP302-22.
She's a spoon, she's a spoon.
This next
Key
star is
systems are at
spookable.
optimal levels. Readying for exit now.
We're regarded as hostile in this system, Commander.
Stand by.
I believe
Okay.
you wanted to visit the market at Avicenna City in this system to buy
Avicenna
water,
City?
Commander.
Propaganders, what
Body
else we can give her as well, chat.
302-22. A3 in
Avicenna
this system
City.
has remaining biological scans of interest to you,
Where
Commander.
is it? Is it?
We can make
that one?
around 20.7 million credits scanning two of two species there.
More than we made in exploration.
Prepare for docking. We've got a load of luxury goods to sell at the highest price in the galaxy.
That's got to be the aluminum falcon cutting across our path.
The aluminum Falcon, not the Millennium, but the aluminum.
Wouldn't be the sloppy from plus. Time a little bit.
So I moved my joysticks and it just doesn't feel comfy anymore. I now fully understand why people get mounts. Do you know what I mean?
And I care a lot about realism. I'll be waiting over in hangar 68. So come on over and try to make.
Oh, I'm hyped. We get a second building done, guys.
Why don't you try to make this easy? Come on.
Ooh,
What we gonna do?
Okay, chat. So Avicenna City should have the last of our water that we require. I only need about 24, so it shouldn't be too expensive of a journey. Unless they do have some other bits and bobs like power generators and some other bits, because I need them. I need them.
Displaying station fact.
What we got on the station fact on this one?
Please comply with flight regulations as you approach the station, Commander.
I'm off to fight the Thargoids. Wish me luck. See you around, assholes.
Request docking permission. Happy Friday. How you doing, Goose?
Requesting docking bay.
Commander, you will find landing
Oh,
pad
happy
40 at
Friday
4
Eve.
o'clock at the
Yeah,
back.
it's
Keeping
technically
green
my
lights to
Friday.
your right.
So I'll let that one. I'll allow that one. How's your day been? How's your week been so far as well, bro? Oh, nice, nice.
I'll keep flying.
Why don't you try to make this easy? Come on.
Okay, we'll get landed and get this water. So, Goose, tonight we're going to be building up the second colonization project. So, cross fingers, we'll be able to get that sorted soon.
Looking at you, I say just the things I could do to you. Oh, not to be disrespectful, man. Oh, so sorry, man.
This is our first visit to the station, Commander.
Hauling ass across systems. Okay, let's go to the gift shop first.
They are calling for people to help rebuild the stations in Seoul. Should I go? But Seoul is where I belong.
Wait, didn't power play restart today, technically? Let me just have a quick look.
You're choosing what's best for you. Greetings, Commander.
Shit.
Make your visit more enjoyable.
Listen to your gut. Whether it's Seoul or somewhere else.
Oh, really?
Your place.
We got some more missions. That's brilliant news. We got brilliant news here. Commit crimes in undermining systems. I don't want to be a criminal. Hack hollow. What? So we can hack holographic promotional displays to raise awareness for our own political party. That's crazy. Let's have a look how much this is going to be worth though if we do this. It could be worth it. 2400 plus 4800 plus 2800 plus 400
Sod Kruger Foxtrot Victor Zulu 4
plus
requesting docking.
2000. So we can get 16,000 credits from doing this. Plus 25,256, which will put us on 41,000, which will give us basically a mini care package and 40% less rebuy. But the next one that we're interested in is this one, rank 14. We need 87,000. FSD. That's insane that we gotta do that. Some interesting missions, though, isn't it?
Incoming message.
Okay, so on the commodities, let's have a gander. So we need water. 24 of them bad boys. Excuse me.
Ready to dock. Requesting clearance.
So we got 24 water. Nice.
Proceed to the assigned pad, Commander.
Fruit and veg, we need 10.
Appreciated. Control.
Initiate mission sequence.
I think that's all we need from here.
Capacity. Prepare for departure.
Unless they got liquid oxygen, no.
Clear skies. Permission granted. Switch on F.
Wow, algae is in mad supply, isn't it? We can fly. We can fly. Activate. Right, let's have a look for
Watch yourselves.
power generators now. We need.
Panther Clipper inbound. Give it a white bird.
We can touch the stars with just one button. Charge the FSD so I
Cheeky bit of power gens.
Seize your unauthorized scans immediately.
we can fly.
Activate.
The closest system to buy power generators, excluding fleet carriers, is Donkum, which is 12.03 light years from you. Head to Swanwick Enterprise, an Ocella starport that is 16 light seconds from the star. Last price was 2,666 credits, with a quantity of 2,858
Awesome, so we'll go give
tons,
up him.
23 hours ago.
Welcome to everyone that's joined the channel so far.
Setting course for Donkum.
Donkum.
I cannot plot a course for you while you are in station services, Commander.
But yet
Please
you
exit
have.
station services and retry.
Activate FSD.
Just the one jump to get there.
We can
How
touch
convenient.
the stars with just one button. Charge the FSD so I can touch it. We can fly. We can fly. Activate FSD. Slip through the corridor. Galaxy Explorer. Find the right.
I love seeing them little lorries going across like the little cars. It's quite weird seeing them go around in a circle. Very weird. Very, very strange. But I like it. I like it. It's very good. Why is someone who's streaming Elite Dangerous playing Star Citizen shit?
I know. Makes you wonder if we'll ever get back to normal. Normal might look different after this, but humanity will adapt.
Alright, let's go.
Let's hope we learn something from all this chaos.
Clear the mass lock.
Increasing power to engines. Afterburners. Maxing engines. Power diverted to engines. Standby.
Slip through the corridor. Galaxy Explorer. Find the right portal. Lights at the exit.
Control calling Sod Kruger, Uniform Bravo Tango 03. Commander, we need
Power equilibrium restored.
Apologies, Control. We are moving as fast as we can.
Profile zone exited.
Flight control out.
We're going to fly away.
Control calling Zorgan Peterson Hotel Juliet.
Initiate jump.
Hey, Commander.
Engaging jump.
We have ships waiting to dock.
Okay. chat. So, making our way over to this place, we should be able to get some power generators. Now, I'm hoping they might even have some
Entry
ceramic
guidance
composites there
computations
as well.
complete. Jump interstellar travel mode engaging now.
Cross fingers.
This star we are heading to is scoopable.
Scanning for anomalies. None detected.
This system is a stronghold for Zeminator Val. Be careful here. I believe you wanted to visit the market at Swanwick Enterprise in this system to buy power generators, Commander.
Thank you. Nicely done. Okay, we'll make our way over now to Swanwick Enterprise. It's not that far away, only 14 light seconds, so nothing too drastic needed to be done. Definitely go around the outside. Okay. Definitely should get a fleet carrier, but I want to get this build done and then we'll focus
Displaying
on getting
station fact.
No fire zone entered.
Established. Please approach the station at a safe speed and give way to larger vessels, Commander.
that. Request landing permission.
Requesting docking clearance.
Commander, you will find landing pad 2 at 6 o'clock at the front, keeping green lights to your right. Set her down gently. Remember, the goal isn't to try to get the landing struts to poke through the top of the ship.
Take a left turn past the moon, starboard side, 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 side. Now the universe is blowing my mind. Come on, get down. It's a huge galaxy, can you hear me? Come on, get down. It's a huge galaxy, can you hear me? Now spread your wings and get the hell away from me.
So chat, we are looking.
This is our first visit to the station, Commander.
Well, take a good long look. Cause now you see me, soon you won't. Goodbye.
Oh, SpaceX launch might be happening today, by the way. We might be able to give a SpaceX launch today.
Mother with a launch surprise, but now I've got bad news. I'm never coming back.
Let's have a look.
Coming.
Gift shop time. So in 2 hours we've got.
That's heartbreaking.
We got it in 2 hours.
They say the Dagoids overwhelmed them before they could retreat. I still can't believe it. He died serving humanity, protecting us all. That's something to be proud of, even if
Incoming message.
I stole the kind of ship that took me to the frontiers.
Incoming message.
Map was soaked with old blood and new tears. So I packed the vessel full of fuel and
Okay, that's the shop here. The gift shop, as we call it.
in the air. I heard the hellhounds blasting, the liquor merchants casting their whiffs in our
Computer components we already got. What did we need here? Power components, weren't it? Power generators. Power generators. Which we needed 10 of. Maybe probably wear out the other one, but I just didn't see him. Like a blind boy. So that is 10. We'll go get the rest of these insulating membranes next. So insulating membrane.
The closest system to buy Indium, excluding fleet carriers, is Shedi, which is 21.69 light-years from you.
Did not say
Head
that.
to John Station, an Ocella starport, that is 100 light-seconds from the star. Last price was around 22,000 credits, with a quantity of 427,918 tons, 1 day ago. The closest system to buy insulating membrane, excluding fleet carriers, is Wathaparian, which is 26.1 light-years from you. Head to Kelim City, an Orbis starport that is 24 light-seconds from the star. Last price was around 11,000 credits, with a quantity of 516 tons, now.
So that's recently
Setting
been
course
updated
for
as well.
Wathaparian. I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave. Please close station services and retry at your request, Commander. System is just one jump away.
Sweet.
Landing gear retracted.
Detach confirmed. You're clear to leave.
realities are converging, clashing, warping, colliding, turning our world into something slightly more. Heavy metal!
Lakon X-ray Foxtrot X-ray 03, Sonic Enterprise Control. No doctor or extermination threats.
Is that how you feel? What a delight! Itchy but night.
Clear the mass lock.
Unable to comply. Afterburners. Power to engines.
Engage.
Stand
Nothing,
by.
because you'll do it for me.
All done and you're clear to proceed, Commander.
Redistributing power.
No fire zone exited.
Out of system, Commander.
Oh, hard points out. Never mind. Welcome everyone in chat. Who we got in chat still? Remember, guys, give them tickets in the giveaway because we have got the giveaway going live tomorrow.
Faster than light velocity reached. Exit destination confirmed. Arrival in 5.
The star we are approaching is
3,
sleepable.
2, 1.
We will be regarded as hostile while in the system, so stay on alert. Now head to Kelim City to buy insulating membrane, boss.
Okay, so we know we need to go to that city now. And it's really close by. It's so close by to us.
Its launch date is very 2001. We've departed the station in orbit, getting things done. That's when I heard a ship calling my name. To Boise, say, Angus, jam all their frequencies. Expose the firmament. They invented learning.
Time to get over.
Hamster wheel and the climate stress. Let me remind you all to pump the airlocks, blow the outer hull. Enteric exile. Silent running. Charge multi-cannons. Post-Scarcity societies. They seem so nice. My RSI is still increasing, but at least it's fast. Switch to silent running. We're sneaking past the federal fleet for illegal chickens. I've still got all the DLC.
Okay, so we're gonna hopefully get 117 insulating membranes from here.
I've still got a Christmas colored sidewinder in the hangar bay.
Displaying station fact.
Did you pay your pals debts first? Or were you lying to me? 500,000 credits and 8 systems out there for us and mine. And one more bounty if it's the black market. They remind you ballast brickers will eat no more. 5 more ways I've helped me cure. Then the ballast brickers swarm to grab fighting. Verdi close to grounded.
Acknowledged. Zorgan Peterson Hotel November Romeo 0.
Request docking.
We're experiencing a short delay.
Requesting docking clearance.
Landing pad 32 is situated at 2 o'clock at the front, when you enter with green lights to your right.
Awesome time, awesome sauce.
This is our first visit to the station, Commander. Why don't you fuck off out of it for a bit? I could use some peace and quiet.
We're trying to clear a few pads. Stand by.
She is funny.
Laken 99 Papa, welcome to. Is that you?
Now, in
Announcer.
terms
We've heard lots of great things
of
about you.
missions, there's so many donation missions. We're going to lose all our money just by donating.
Wait till you're up there in a spaceship. Countless systems full of wondrous things. You ain't broke if you can trade. And that sweet lady.
12 donation missions there. That's crazy.
This is Kelly City traffic. A pilot's flying like he's chasing the Enterprise. Match speed or get flying.
Take her from me, 'cause there ain't no dark.
9, engage. Kidding. I'll chill.
Can look, but you won't see. Won't have no place to be. Can nobody take us from you?
Okay, that's that done. Commodities, and we now need insulating membranes. 117. No ceramic. 117.
Didn't I? Didn't I?
They don't have liquid oxygen, do they? They do have liquid
This is
oxygen.
Kelly City Space Traffic Control. We have you on sensors. Welcome.
494
Cargo
liquid
holder
oxygen.
maximum capacity.
Acknowledged control.
494.
Dock assignment.
Okay, this should be a good little run.
Floating in the stars yourself.
Still got one construction point left.
Setting course for BoB. We will reach our destination in 2 jumps.
How it all has felt. Yourself.
Awesome sauce. So this is going to allow us with this material to get the second base done within our system, the second station, so to say.
I was born in the year of the Cobra, in a time of conflict, in a time over here, over there, in a time of ending and beginnings.
Everything looks fine, Commander. Have a good day.
I was shown the deep and dark shelves of time, the Snake Nebula, the pavilion of dreams, to the end and back.
Engaging thruster calibration sequence. Running diagnostics on
Beyond
propulsion
and
systems.
back.
Copy.
Fuel scooping complete, hull integrity is within acceptable parameters. Friendship drive engaging, scanning for anomalies. To the end of the universe.
Heading off into the black for a while. Smell you later, commanders.
Not if we smell you first, Commander. This is Core Dynamics Juliet Sierra Mike 09 signing out. Come back soon, Commander.
To
Safe
the end
travels.
of the universe, we will go. Oh, to the end of the universe, we will go.
Kelim City Tower. This is Gata Maya Zulu Juliet Quebec 7. Ready for launch.
Maya Zulu Juliet Quebec 7 hold position at currently landing pad.
To the
We're
end
currently
of the
vectoring in heavy transport and holding all traffic.
Ship Core Dynamics November Golf Echo 5 Heavy to Kelly City Tower. Airlock transition complete. Beginning landing sequence.
Acknowledged. Ship Core Dynamics November Golf Echo 5 Heavy.
What a cute little ship. Did you make it all by yourself,
I
Maya
was
Zulu
shown
Juliet Quebec
the
7?
deep and dark shelves of time,
made
the
it out of heavy
Snake
transport
Nebula, the pavilion
landing like yours,
of
and I'll have
dreams,
enough parts
to
for
the
another one.
end and back. Beyond.
Oh man, I love this song. It is so true. It is so catchy. Acceptable parameters. Do you know what I mean?
Stay safe out there.
Friendship drive
Control out.
engaging. Scanning for
Anomalies.
to
To the end of the universe. I do like Colonia Bound though. Colonia Bound is really
Leaving
good.
system. Frameshift
Jumping
now
to a jump
engaged.
guide.
To the end of the universe.
Our next star is scoopable, as is a
Scanning for
subsequent star
anomalies.
in our route.
None detected.
We're now 1 jump from BoB.
To the end of a universe.
We might find core dynamic composites or proprietary composites in this
Yeah,
system.
this and
Commander.
Colonia
Check
Bound
signal
are very
sources if you are
similar.
interested.
the void I navigate with stars as my guide. A journey so vast, a quest so wide. In the silence I find
Black hole's edge we dare to tread.
Hyperspace jump.
Jumping to BoB.
Shadow, we
This is to protect resilience from these spacecraft.
This next
above it
star
during
is
launch.
scoopable.
And when the rocket launches, the canister takes the launch load up.
Commander, we have arrived at the requested location.
There she is. We've got a long journey ahead of us. I forget about this every time we go here. That's why I kind of made it the kind of outpost it is, because I kind of don't want to come back so far away. Got about half an hour until the official stream from SpaceX. Oh, just give me a couple of minutes. I'll be right back.
Hyperspace jump. It's so much fun. 3, 2, 1. We can fly and engage our FST. We can touch the stars with one button, charge the FST so to the right. It's a one-way trip. Let's go to the center of the globe. Let's go away forever. Let's float away forever. We can fly and engage our FSD. We can touch the stars with one button.
Oh, excuse me, chat. It is the spaceship. What is it? Starship 8 launches today. So we have got that starting in about half an hour. Well, officially our launch time is in an hour. Now I'm going in slow, guys. It's gonna get a bit quicker now with this boost. Gonna boost it out.
Comply.
To be fair, we're fine just getting there normal. Are we? No, we're not. Makes such a difference. Yeah, so this is Starship Flight Test 8. Flight 8. So the flight window is opening up very shortly. Okay, it's slowly building, look. It's cool. It's slowly building. What's scary about space though is like knowing that like you could like you got that solar panel coming in, but
Settle
then
down
that could
on
just
landing
disappear.
pad 1, Commander.
If Super Cruise.
Fly high 'cause I'm close to you. Boost into super cruise. Now it's on and they're gaining two. Off the radar now, you've got a bounty. All the suits in the system are running transmission on me. I could try for you, but I lost the alignment. Better reconfigure the power up and then tighten up. And if it's a hyper jump, you want it back.
Looks like going down here. This cluster
Where are we landing?
And yeah, I give them what they want, but no, it don't.
Oh, we're coming round. I was about to say, why are we going this way?
O7 orbital construction site. Basis Pride Control. Pirate Hunter on the move. Thanks for the ammo.
Okay, so we crashed into the station. Thank you.
Choosing orbital construction site. Basis Pride. Good hunting.
Space game got me hypnotized.
Test 4.
It's a move on by. Make a left at live and blow right by me. Off the radar now, you've got a bounty.
Hold on. So this guy who plays Star Citizen, who tries Elite Dangerous, is an Anaconda. I'm sorry, but they're not trying Elite Dangerous if you have an Anaconda.
Pathfinder Solutions vessel.
You cannot get an Anaconda within 2 hours of playing. Sorry, that's bullshit.
Space traffic control. Continue approach.
I really don't like locum plays. I'm sorry, but I'm going to call it out. I really don't like it.
Welcome back, Commander. Your commitment to our faction is truly commendable. To express our gratitude, we've assigned a personal liaison to assist you with any needs or inquiries during your time at our station.
Right, let's have a look. We have got to transfer 25 computer components. Cool. 29 food. Yep. 10 fruit and veg. Yep. 117 on that. Yep. 494. Okay. 10 on that. Water, we got 24 on that and 15 on that. Okay, so let's have a look after we transfer.
Engines roar as the stars look by.
So we can hide that one. We can hide Rem.
In the cosmic lanes, I'll make my pledge. Adrenaline surges as I grip the stick. Dodging asteroids, every move is slick. The rings of fire and nebula dance in the
Cool.
All ships.
So now we need to go get ceramic composites.
Pride space traffic control. We have reports of increased pirate activity nearby. If you receive any radio threats, report them to the nearest system authority. All vessels are encouraged to activate the Report Crimes tab on your transponders. Fly safe. Orbital construction site. Maces Pride out.
Okay. So we're going to go and have a look at where we can head to next. So ceramic composites. We only need 95 of these bad boys, so it's not too much.
Core Dynamics Hotel, Foxtrot Hotel 03. Preparing for
The closest system to buy ceramic composites, excluding fleet carriers, is Manamaya, which is 15.55 light years from you. Head to Ul Haytham Enterprise, a planetary outpost that is 42
Manamaya.
light seconds from the star. Last price was 859 credits, with a quantity of 6,827 tons, 3 hours ago. Planetary landing required. Setting
Orbital
course for
construction
Manamaya.
site. Maces Pride control. Pathfinder Solutions ready for release.
Pathfinder Solutions vessel, you are cleared for departure. Clamps are now released. Safe journey. On the move. 07. Just the one jump to get there.
I thought I
How
had
convenient.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Okay, let's go Twitch and YouTube. Clear the mass lot.
That's already done. Boost activated. Power diverted to engines. Stand by.
Right.
Frameshift drive recharging.
Equalizing power.
07 commanders. I'm heading out for some core mining. Anyone got a good tip on a nice location?
Interstellar travel mode engaging now.
Jumping to
Hyperspace
Manamaya.
jump.
This star we are jumping
Key
to is
systems
suitable.
are at optimal levels. Readying for exit now.
I believe you wanted to visit the market at Al Haytham Enterprise in this system to buy ceramic composites, Commander.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Cannot comply.
Okay, next planetary landing.
In idle.
Sorry about that. Right, we're back again. Say, prepare for orbit. Prepare for orbit.
Decreasing speed. Initializing orbital rendezvous procedures.
Now entering orbital cruise for body A2.
Okay, let's get
This
around.
one's a high metal content
Orbital
world.
rendezvous procedures
Gravity
initiated.
is 0.19 G. Surface temperature is minus 47 degrees Celsius.
Prepare for orbit.
Decreasing now. Orbital navigation guidance system online.
Rescue.
Re-entry procedures initiated. Changing flight mode.
Station fact is available.
Request landing permission.
Docking request code
Entry
set.
guidance
Stand by.
computations complete.
Cleared to land at pad number 11, Commander.
Landing permission granted. Assigned to landing pad 1-1. Docking assist enabled. Approach is clear.
Do not be afraid. There's nothing to fear from me,
Receiving 5 by 5.
unless
I'm
you
in the air now,
threaten my
joining patrol.
existence.
Landing gear deployed.
McPike is online.
Alhaitham Enterprise Control. This is Astra again. It's flight 303.
Landing complete. Thrusters offline. Ground services.
Flight 393. Clear to depart. Stand by for release. And thanks for your visit. Commander, the announcer.
I want them to stop. Protocol override, customized settings.
Are you here to take more
Right away,
missions for our
Commander.
faction? Father Hate.
I genuinely want them to stop.
That's what she said. LOL.
Hopefully that'll stop it.
Acknowledged. As you like.
Genuinely hate. I know we're still not launched yet, but what launch window's up? 5:30. Well, you've not missed the launch yet.
Acknowledged. Monitoring stealth system.
We've still got time left yet. Starship. Let's have a look. Starship. a launch. So 5:30 CST.
Conditioning that they will now be conditioning the lines. That go from the tank farm out to the launch site. And so that's essentially what we are looking forward to next. That'll be closer to like 1 hour, 20 minutes from launch, right? We saw that approximately around that time on Flight 7 and also on Flight 8. We saw it on Flight 8 Attempt 1, we saw that on like somewhere around T-minus 1 hour and 5 minutes, and we said, don't be surprised if there's a slight delay into the window, and there was
DJ Shockwave is offline.
Delay into the window at that time, and so that will line up with 1 hour and 20 minutes. So we expect that to happen essentially in 36 minutes from now. If all things are still tracking for the opening of the window, of course.
Of course, and one thing that happens that's always tracking toward the opening of the window is going to Adrian to thank a lot of folks that have supported us and make all of this, everything you see, the cameras, the folks that come in, all of the technology, and all the folks in the background possible. Adrian, let's thank some of those important people.
Absolutely, starting with Stefan Baptiste with a super chat here asking any idea about stage separation in the future. With expandable hot staging ring, it won't be 100% reusable. And I'm also taking this one for I'm taking this one for once because I also want to sometimes answer questions. Their current plan is to down the line incorporate the hot staging design into the booster. So right now it's more of a I shy away from calling it Band 8 hot staging ring. Kinda is that a bit. But down the line it will be part of the booster, and so it will also become reusable. Shaktir Smith, why is Flight 8 suborbital? Is it due to the ROD from Flight 7 when orbital? EJ, you want to quickly answer that?
Say that question again one more time, Adrian.
Why is Flight 8 suborbital? Is it due to the RUD from Flight 7 and when orbital?
Oh, that's actually a really good question. So it's not due to Flight 7, Flight 7ing itself, to be very candid. Yeah, it's not due to that. Flight 7 was also a suborbital flight. Basically what SpaceX is doing is they want to make absolutely 100% sure that they can deorbit this thing if they get it all the way to orbit. So how do you do that? Well, get it 99% of the way to the orbit, and then make sure that you can deorbit from there. You do not want to strand, quite frankly, a
2 hours
worth of rocket in space. That's not what you want to do. So Flight 7 was not orbital either. In fact, none of the test flights have been a full orbital attempt for this exact reason. You have to make sure that you can fire that engine and deorbit, because you won't hit your brakes in space, right, by just tapping the brake pedal. What they have to do to hit the brakes, right, is turn the ship around and fire the engines in the direction that they're going. It's a burn called a retro burn. I'm sure you've heard it in the movies. Oh, we're going to commence our retro burn now. I'm sure you've heard that many times. That means basically that's a nice way of saying hitting the brakes on a spacecraft. They want to be absolutely sure that they can do that. Now, how does that differ from something like the space shuttle? Well, the space shuttle used a very, very different type of rocket engine. I mean, obviously still a rocket engine with the nozzle at the end, throat, convergent, divergent design. But the propellants that they were using and the manner of actuation for said propellants is completely different than a Raptor engine. A Raptor engine firing to do a deorbit burn is like firing a shuttle main engine to do a deorbit burn. Now, the shuttle could never do that. It used the orbiter maneuvering thrusters, those two little tiny thrusters on the back, to actually do its deorbit burn. Those were pressure-fed engines. Basically, they squeeze a tank that squeezes the propellants, that shoots the propellants into the rocket engine, and they combine and explode and shoot out the back, right? It's a hypergolic style deorbit mechanism. That's basically what every spacecraft has used up until this point. Raptor and Starship is the first one to use fully cryogenic propellant to deorbit, right? So in the same way that we have a lot of procedures going up to fueling and launching the vehicle, they have to make sure that these, propellants are basically ready to go, and then firing a fully cryogenic propellant to do a deorbit burn is an entirely different set of criteria, right? Your engine is a lot more complicated. There's a lot more moving parts here. You want to be absolutely sure that this thing is good to go before you send this thing fully into orbit. You have to be 100% confident that it can deorbit.
You know, one of the things is it's a lot easier to start an engine here in 1G than it is in low Earth orbit. The timings on these Raptor engines have to be absolutely to the nanosecond. Those things go boom, and with the fuel floating around and things like that. So you're exactly right. Like they have to be able to do this. With a hypergolic, they just turn it on, it opens up, and it deorbits. With this, they actually they have to relight these engines with these cryogenic propellants, and that's a lot harder than it says, than it is just to say relight the engine.
Oh yeah, just turn it on, just like in Kerbal, right? Click and hit start, right? You're good to go. No, you have to make sure that the engine is chilled down. You have to make sure that all your propellants are at the right temperatures. You have to make sure you have the right head pressure, basically that they're feeding correctly. You have to make sure that all your propellants are settled. It's a lot more complicated than you might think. In fact, it's on a manner of complication that like the Apollo program used for translunar injection on the S4B. That was a huge deal. Refiring a fully cryogenic engine to shoot the Apollo astronauts in their lander out to orbit. That was a big deal then, and it's still a big deal now. We're getting back into the business of doing big rocket stuff, and it's great.
Absolutely, it's fantastic. I mean, who doesn't love giant space flight rockets flying? It's amazing. I also want to thank one more person here with the Space Pope. Once again, the Space Pope coming in with 50 Red Team memberships gifted as well. Thank you so much, Space Pope, as always. And there's also one thing I have to issue here. Actually, two things. I have to issue 2 low stock warnings that I have to mention here, because both our Flight 7 alts and our Flight 8 patch are on the last leg, and that means that right now our patch 7 patch is below 10% stock left, and our patch 8 patch, which is a pre-order, it's not even like arrived yet, but it's below 20% left. So I just want to issue that. Both patches are on their last leg in availability. If you want them, I don't want to hear any complaints that they're no longer available. They are almost gone.
Good sales guy, that guy. Right, 95. Okay, so we got 95.
Everything up here at the hotel with the support of the Margaritaville Beach Resort here on South Padre Island, but also in the field. We have cameras everywhere, and we
Liquid oxygen 279.
Out in the field.
I'm hoping suborbit, but
Rocket Ranch at the outpost. Jack, do we have you?
Report visual findings as they come in.
Yeah, hopefully you can hear me okay. It's extremely
excuse me.
Before the launch, but yeah, can you
acknowledged? With best head.
Oh, I know, lost him.
We got a little robo Jack, but we can hear most of what you're saying.
Does his batteries need to be recharged?
I think my batteries might need to be recharged. Yeah, I'll get working on that. But yeah, it's a much better day than Monday, so I'm very
Titanium 350.
Hopefully we'll be able to collect in a little bit here, like under 2 hours to go. The people have been steadily arriving here at the Rocket Ranch outpost. Thanks again to Rocket Ranch for hosting us, as always. If you want to watch the launch from as close as possible, be sure to check out Rocket Ranch Starbase. And you know what? Today, the rocket really needs to go. It needs to go. Like, I was leaving the pad, and I was waving goodbye to the rocket, as one does. And I was like, goodbye, Ship 34, goodbye, Booster 15, goodbye. And then I had a thought. I was like, actually, you know what? No, get out of here. Go on, get out of here. And I started, shooing it. I was shooing the rocket instead of waving it. So, we all want to get on with our lives. SpaceX wants to get this data and get on with their Starship program, and we need to get this thing in the air. Also, I literally cannot afford to rent this lens for another day, so please win.
NSF. If you just Google NSF.
When you go out there to the pad, and I encourage everybody, if you get a chance to come to Starbase, you can drive right out Highway 4, you can park, you can walk almost up to the rocket. There are barriers. But again, if you see one of us out there, if you see Jack, he's probably going to be wearing a giant orange hat, right, EJ?
That's what he does.
Jack, tell us what it's like when people come up and talk to you, and you know they're part of the Rocket Nerd family. To me, it's the best. I love it.
Oh, this is exciting times.
Somebody earlier,
This is exciting times.
Man was asking about my rig and saying how much they appreciate what we do here, which always means the most. And yeah, it's just it's a constant thing down here around launch. And then this person was saying, oh, I'm staying at the ranch. I swear this isn't a ranch plug. This is just what they said. I'm staying at the ranch, and if you can't find someone there to have a conversation with, I don't know what you're doing. I'm like, yeah, you're having the true experience. Like, you're hanging out with all the nerds, and you can do it on the beach too. Like, it's almost like, I've said this before, it's almost like a music festival, or it's a big communal gathering. Everyone gathers up around the rocket launch. There's bonfires. It's a good time. But yeah, when people come up and express kind words about what we do, it really does mean the world, because we say it all the time. We'd be doing this one way or the other. We're those kind of nerds, but at the same time, we do put ourselves willingly and happily through a lot to get this done and to do what we do. And when people express appreciation for that, there's really no words. There's really no words for it.
Wait, let me have a look at seeing if we can get Super Cruise assist on there.
Getting some merch or doing a super chats or just watching the stream and telling your friends about it. It doesn't have to be a monetary thing. It's wild. We're all living the dream of science fiction becoming a reality, which is so cool. And we're humbled and honored and so excited to help pilot the hype train down the rails toward Mars. I'm gonna mute myself.
Commander, I have detected that fleet carrier movement has altered the location of our stored modules.
A little bit later in the show, we'll also be possibly checking out with
the fleet carrier Scholar of Gold 1337 has moved to hit 51594.
Orbiting, because Brian Moore had a great question.
We can get rid of.
And that's how you send your questions to us. Please continue to do so. We'll get to as many of them as we can. Brian wants to know: could the thrusters deorbit the Starship?
Okay, so we need to get rid of 4.
If they had a failure on relight. That's a great question.
I'm sure you could probably do that as a contingency in case, all else failed, like your main thrusters don't work. But I think it's important to understand, like, that's a scenario, like, it's good to, have contingency procedures in case something does go wrong. But the best kind of contingency feature or contingency for your rocket is to make sure it just doesn't go wrong in the first place. I know that sounds ridiculous, right? But you don't want to put yourself in that kind of situation in the first place. I think it's important to understand, and I think that speaks to why SpaceX is doing the missions the way they're doing. They want to make sure that Raptor will fire every single time without question, no problem. Now, could you use those thrusters, the extra thrusters on board to do that? Yeah, sure, I don't see why not, but you'd run into some really weird problems there.
Just gonna have a 15-minute break.
As we saw from Flight 7, that's kind of important.
Yep.
Where's it coming down? What's the thrust?
Actually, no, we're not. We'll go get out there and we'll come back here.
This is not something that SpaceX couldn't do in case this actually happened. Like, they could figure it out. I'm sure they could.
Well, literally just go and drop this off and then come back.
I'm sure they could figure that out. But once again, it's important to understand that you don't want to put yourself in this position. SpaceX could probably figure it out if that happened. But the best way to do this is to make sure that it works. Have you tried just doing it right and never getting anything wrong? Right? That's the important thing to understand. Now, could it? Sure, absolutely. But now you're running into TFR problems. You're running into disposal problems. Where's this thing going to come down? Is it controllable? If the engine doesn't work, what else doesn't work, right? There's a lot of questions that get introduced there, and that's why you don't
Are you ready to leave this place, Commander?
It's always good to have
yes.
But no plan survives contact with the enemy, right? In this case, our enemy is space.
Transferring power to engines.
We say in the Army, yep. Your plan is only as good as your first engagement.
Disengaging now.
As Mike Tyson used to say, everybody has a plan.
Preparing the FTL drive.
That's a good one too. I like that. We're going to check in with Adrian here. We're going to thank some more people, and then we're going to come back and
preparing for jump.
To Alex with some more questions. Adrian, I'm coming to you in just a second.
Your scan is clear.
It's
carry on with your journey, Commander.
The second time here that I have to mention the Space Pope. The Space Pope here with a $50 super chat as well, saying bless this flight and bless chat too. Thanks NSF crew, you're too cool. Space be with you. Thank you so much, Space Pope, for all the support. I mean, this is just an incredibly amount of support, just in a very, very short amount of time here again. We also have UK Hudson coming in with the 10 curly L's. Best place on the internet for space enthusiasts, period. Long live NSF. Thank you so much for that support, and that support like you are doing there, that helps to make that a reality.
Affirmative.
Then we have a super chat here. Actually, does anyone... I don't even understand the question. Anyone does have insight in pickleball in space?
Pickleball in space? It would be tough, but doable. You'd have to spin something, probably.
I mean, you could. Yeah, exactly. Are we playing this on a space station that's spinning, or are we playing it, just in 0G? Is this going to end up like Ender's Game with pickleball or something? Like, what are we doing here? I mean, if we did an Ender's Game style in microgravity, that I'm sure that's going to end real. That'd probably end with me headbutting a wall.
That's
pretty sure we don't want that.
I kind of want to go down this rabbit hole because there will be at some point, if space gets commercialization, right? There will be a point where we talk about the first 0G space sport. Like, will we get 0G ball? Will there be like, I don't know, like what's the develop? But is it impossible? Like, I would love to see sports in space, like a competition in space.
You know what I'd like to see, Adrian? Paintball. Paintball in space could be cool, right? Because you could
paintball in space is really cool.
Point the paintball gun behind you and use that to maneuver.
Oh, leap of shame. Shit.
Videos where they just get stuck in the middle and somebody has to come along and push them to the side.
Right, that's why. Yeah. I would use the paintball gun for RCS, just unload it.
I just want to see like a very three-dimensional space with maybe some obstacles with 2 goals on each side, and they're playing like handball, but it's like 3D handball with like going through obstacles and then throwing at goals in 0G. I mean, honestly, that would be cool in my eye.
I think it's going to create a whole new sports, I don't want to say arena, but a whole new, someone will come up.
Prepare for orbit.
Space, and it's, you'll hear the announcers. Tonight it's the Titans versus the Saturns, and they're Super Space Ball or something. And space is going to open up a lot of stuff, and right now in the ISS,
orbital navigation system online.
They're doing all the science. It's going to Saturn, and it's you'll hear the announcers. Tonight it's the Titans versus the Saturns, and they're in Super Space Ball or something. Space is going to open up a lot of stuff, and right now in the ISS, they're doing all the medicines and they're doing all the science, and now we're opening up commercial space, and people are actually buying their own.
That's funny. I was about to say, did someone just say my name?
Catastrophic failure imminent.
And they're going to be hotels, EJ, in space, and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Orbital navigation system.
Let me drop you this link while we're in here.
Come back to you. Thank a couple more folks, and then we'll go to Alex. Ask Alex a great question, David.
Absolutely. I will first start here with Asimo 3089.
Prepare for orbit.
Let's go flight 8. Thanks
Reducing
for hosting
thrust.
these. And that is underlined with a $50 super chat. Thank you so much. And Asimo also joining in with a 10 Red Team memberships here.
Initializing orbital rendezvous procedures.
That's insane support they get there.
Garrett here with another 10 Red Team memberships gifted. That's really, I love always the gifting of memberships. It's so kind. And it's always such an amazing way to share your excitement here and make sure that everybody has a green name in the chat as well. It's always cool as well to see. Let's see here. We have a. Oh, I'm searching for a hard one, like something that.
Orbital navigation guidance
honestly,
system
this is one
online.
that I know Alex will love. For IFT-9, assuming everything goes like so, ship splashes down successfully. Boosters caught. Alex, right? Imagine this reality. Will they go for a catch on IFT-9, or will we see like one more splash down in the Gulf potentially? What's your feeling there, Alex? I know you love prediction questions. They are the hardest for you.
Well, this is a bit easier because we've already seen things being lined up for potentially a catch on Flight 9, right? We've had from regulatory side of things to vehicle side of things as well, being prepared with structural catch fittings and things like that. It very much seems like they might want to catch a ship on Flight 9. If everything goes well on Flight 8, it pretty much seems like that's going to be the case.
Initiating.
We're going to have the catch attempt at the very least on Flight 9. Whether it happens or not, that's a whole different thing, right? That's why we always say catch attempt for these vehicles because this
I'm gonna check my BIOS. B550.
Just because you catch it once, it's not sure that it's gonna happen every single time. And so sometimes you're gonna have an abort before going to the launch site. Maybe once or twice. We might.
Okay, so that is the most recent one.
Like it's something that we need to keep in mind when we see these landing attempts, right? And so does happen still with Falcon 9. Even after landing, we need to be careful, and that's why we, little secret inside baseball, I guess, that sometimes even after the landing, we still keep the cameras wide just in case, if it blows up, that fireball will reach way up in the air. So we keep some of the cameras wide, and some of the others are punched in and zoomed in into the vehicle to see some of the details. But of course, you never know until it's actually fully saved. That's why it's called safe in the vehicle. so yeah, we'll see if it actually lands on Flight 9. I do think that if
Request docking permission.
Requesting docking bay.
A catch attempt on Flight 9.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Alex. I know, EJ, you do too.
Wait, have I just done the most stupid thing ever? Been absolutely distracted, landed here, picked some stuff up, and then not actually go back to BoB. We was going to go back to BoB, weren't we? But fuck it, we'll
Clear
just get
to
back
land
here.
at pad number 1, Commander.
I just completely mess it up.
Which are 24/7 here at Starbase. We also have Space Coast Live, which is 24/7 down at the coast with views of the inlet where they bring the ships back on the.
That's too funny. Oh dear, chat. Oh dear.
Launch complexes there, and if you're into rockets and rocket engines like the rest of us, and you want to see some testing, you can go check out our other 24-hour live stream. It's called McGregor Live, but I'm a Starbase Live junkie because that's where we see everything. As we come up to no earlier than 1 hour 36 minutes before the opening of the launch window here at Starbase. And we keep talking about the shirts we're wearing and things like that, and I really want to kind of focus in on that, Adrian, because we have the patch on our shirts here, and which you see when we come back into the cameras and all that stuff. You'll see them, and Jock, who did our graphic design, did a fantastic job on this patch. And we normally release the patch when they stacked the ship. Now we did that just a couple days ago on Monday. I think it was Sunday night. We released the patch.
Monday, yep.
And Adrian, we're down to what is it? What is it? 20%? What are we? 25%? Less than 20%?
Sales again. Bloody sales.
Let or the following days.
And our goal is to sell out of this pre-order during this stream right here, before this thing launches, hopefully in the next 90 minutes.
Enough sales!
On your screen right now in the lower right-hand corner, you're going to be able to see some of the merchandise we have at shop.nasaspaceflight.com, and there is that patch.
Oh, come on, we get it. You need to sell.
So intricate with the alignment of the stars and the way the Starship is putting out.
For fuck's sake. I hate this. Wow, we can embroider patch. Well done.
And with the fuel floating around and things like that. So you're exactly right.
Annoying. Excuse me, but no. Just talk about the rocket. Talk about space nerdy stuff. Not trying to sell me shit. That's got enough. Oh my god.
Just got back from a hazardous
Lining
resource
up,
site
which is the
myself.
planetary alignment.
Time for me to grab some food and a few hours of shut-eye.
That's happening right now. Adrian, jump in and tell us more.
Do you know what? I genuinely can't be arsed with that. I don't want to hear anything about them trying to sell me a fucking patch. No disrespect, stream, but that's BS.
Also upgrading to Capcom. We have Grant Bain becoming a launch director. Thank you so much for that. And then we have
So much about sales and stuff, isn't it? It's just like Starship 8 launch. I get people have to raise money, but no. Just no. one's a turbo. So 20 minutes until we got the go or no go.
Spin start system as far as having the outer 20 engines be started by.
Now that's a cool image.
It seems.
Sorry for being like that, guys. It's just I genuinely want to just watch rockets. I don't want to hear about some shitty space patch. It's a cool patch. Don't get me wrong, it's a cool patch, but you're talking about a embroidered patch like it's some next level space engine. It's like, no, it's got good detail. It's been made by a machine. If it's handcrafted, it'll be a different story, but it's literally no.
Previously doing so, we're pretty sure that it's most likely all booster QD.
It's so bad at it, but fuck them.
You know, version 1 boosters, which is what we're seeing right now. Version 1 boosters will not be compatible with that new launch mount, and same thing vice versa. So I do think that we'll see this launch pad, even once the second Pad B is online, we'll probably still see several more.
Hopefully they've stopped talking about their bloody space patches now.
If you want to support it that way, it's amazing.
This is Zorgan Peterson, Oscar Kilo 01.
I started out as just
it wants to be fully and rapidly reusable, right?
There we go.
That pad
Not got long.
made based off of the changes of what the
5 minutes left.
implemented changes off of what they learned from launching so much off of OLM-A, the one you see with the Starship on top of it, right? So
Right, we're just gonna have a short.
it has a little bit of a different design. If we cast our mind back to Flight 1, they had nothing below the pad but a concrete slab, and that it didn't work well. Some of that slab found its way into our fan. You know, that was cool.
Yeah, and you can see Danger Van when you come out to Starbase on the right-hand side. It's still here.
You can absolutely see it.
It murdered that van is what it did.
Yep, and then they just kind of implemented changes with the pad deluge system that we see now that were just good enough to get that design working. And I guarantee you that the Pad B design is based off of what they found after they implemented the pad deluge, basically the upside-down shower head that shoots a crazy amount of water basically into the business end of Starship when it goes to, and super heavy when they go to take off, right? The second pad is actually going to introduce what I would call a flame bucket, right? It's not a flame diverter. It's not a, you know, kind of like a quarter pipe diverter design by itself, right? Because, you know, let's be real, this rocket makes 15 million pounds of thrust. Whatever you put under there, if you don't give it some protection, you're going to lose it, right? So this one will have flame buckets, which is basically a pad deluge system that's shaped like a flame diverter, right? It's shaped kind of like a quarter pipe, like if you like skateboarding, right? And, you know, back to my youth right there. So what this will basically do is allow the pad to be more fully and rapidly reusable, less turnaround time, less things that need to be repainted. Less, I mean, because they do have to repaint that from what, I mean, I don't think they actually did it this time, but they have been repainting the OLM every time because these rocket engines are just so abrasive to things, right? Rocket engines basically accelerate gas out fast enough that they can use gas to sandblast things. It's very abrasive, it degrades stuff very quickly, it makes brand new concrete shoot off into the sky. We're talking about a lot of power here. So basically this flame bucket that they're making here is going to allow them to use the pad quicker, use it, turn around faster, and basically implement the rapid reusability airplane-like operations that they're trying to achieve here.
Yeah, and now on your screen you can see that new tower being constructed on the left. You'll notice some things that what we call the chopsticks on the tower on the left are a little shorter than the chopsticks, which are now at the top of the tower on the right, or Tower 1. And there's a reason, Alex, that they made those shorter. Can you talk us through the theory behind the chopsticks and why they're making them shorter if they still have to catch the same size booster?
Thanks for doing business here with us.
Yeah, there are two reasons, right? They are both coupled together, I guess. They go both hand in hand. The first one is that they don't need the chopsticks to be as long, and so the more you can avoid overbuilding, I guess, you can get more efficient at your processes, and you know, best part is no part, that kind of stuff that they apply at SpaceX. But that also comes with a benefit of you have less mass to move or stop, whether you want to move those arms or stop them, they carry less inertia than the ones that are longer. And so that means you can close them and open them a lot faster and with more precision. You don't have, like when you're trying to stop those arms, for example, they wobble a lot because it's a lot of inertia that they carry. And so if you have shorter arms, that's less mass that you need to stop, and therefore it becomes a lot easier and therefore also more precise to be able to stop the movement of the arms. And that is very important when they are sort of catching the booster, because all they do is they close around the booster. But if as they close, what they do is they just jiggle around, they can damage the booster. Now, speaking of damage, you probably don't want to damage people either, and so that's why you see there that roadblock at the Lyndon B. Johnson Boulevard, that intersection with Highway 4. It's just essentially just right now vacated, and that's precisely because that's part of the process. Right now they are about to load the vehicle with propellants in about 40 minutes from now, and they don't want people near this thing. It's still too close for comfort, so that's why they cleared that roadblock. You can see there it's now empty, only some cones. The cones are okay, that's hardware, but the people need to be safe, and therefore they have moved up the road. The village is also evacuated. I think the closest that they can get is somewhere around where the office building is, which is, you'll see there the standard closure point, and there's the alternate closure point. That's sort of the closest that we think they can get. That's sort of at the sort of point where the office building is there at the production site. Obviously, for non-SpaceX folks, you have that soft roadblock about 15 miles to the west of the launch pad, right on the intersection with Oklahoma Avenue at Brownsville. So don't attempt to go down Highway 4, because you will not be able to get there any closer. You have better chances to get to South Padre Island.
And Alex, that's good news that roadblock has moved now to the other side of the production site, right?
Yeah, because it means everything is progressing. As I was mentioning, they do this because it's too close for comfort, right? You don't want those people there when this thing is fully loaded, and they are preparing for that. Again, as I was mentioning, the propellant load begins at T-minus 46 minutes. There's a whole process beforehand, of course. We'll talk about that in the next couple of minutes. But they already are vacating that roadblock. It's already empty, and that's good news.
Yep, that means they're proceeding. And if you look in the upper left-hand corner, it's no earlier than 1 hour and 25 minutes now to the opening of the window. Once we get an updated T0 time from SpaceX, we'll add that to the screen. And on the screen, you can see beautiful blue skies. We can actually see the rocket over our shoulder here from Margaritaville and South Padre Island, which takes us to the biggest question of the day, which everybody keeps asking: what's the weather like? We're going to bring in Adam Suker, NSF's meteorologist, to give us an update on all things weather-related. Adam, looks pretty good from where we are. What are you seeing?
Yeah, basically, I'm watching the cameras along with y'all and satellite and everything else. And yeah, the weather there is looking nice. We have mostly sunny skies. We've got some, mid-layer clouds that'll float through every now and then. But if y'all watch the stream real closely, I know I've been staring at the rocket. Have y'all noticed how fast some of those clouds are moving from left to right? Sometimes when you look at the cameras that look from the rocket straight up to the clouds, if you watch those mid-layer clouds,
shields offline.
Quick. Well, that's that wind shear that we've been talking about a lot. So like at this graphic you see here, I try to make a little bit better of an example, because I know it's kind of hard to see all these wind barbs just clogged up together. But this is the most recent data that's still a forecast model. The meteorologists over there at SpaceX have been launching now
shields
weather
online.
balloon that's in the air. They're getting actual true data from the weather balloon, not a guesstimation, but an actual true measurement. That's what's going to actually determine, are they really within the levels, or are they slightly over, are they close enough? They're going to do it based upon that. But this right here is just a forecast from a model, which represents really close to what can possibly be there at this moment. So closer to 5:30, 6:30 time frame, we're still seeing that directional wind shear. Nothing's really changed from model run to model run. It's actually been pretty consistent. But I try to show in blue arrows off to the right, kind of what we're talking about. So think of the first blue arrow there at the bottom being the ground. So you're getting hit with the southeast wind, so it's showing the direction the wind is blowing. But then as you go up 1,000 feet, that wind starts turning to the south. And then as you go up another 1,000 feet, it turns a little bit southwest. And then as you get up higher, it turns west. That's what we call directional wind shear. That is one of the things that SpaceX has talked about before, of saying that's critical to them. If they have too much of that wind shear, when the rocket goes up or even when the booster comes back, that can move and push the vehicle around, because you got to think of how fast that vehicle is moving through that area. It's moving very quickly through that area, so it's getting pushed really just knocked one way and another as it goes up and as the booster returns. So because of that, that is one thing that I still believe is most likely to watch out on. They haven't really mentioned it that, whether it's fully a go or anything. That's because their meteorologist has the weather balloons in the air, and they're going to make that determination. Now, another thing that they have to watch and go to the next graph, please, is the Indian Ocean. So obviously the Starship is going to land there. So I don't know what their threshold is there. I'm sure they still want a nice soft landing. But this is the wind profile there. It really doesn't look too bad at all. There is some directional winds here, but it's real weak. And so that area for the splash area for that ship doesn't really look too bad either. So the main area that I would be more concerned with is the winds there at the Starbase facility. The one thing I've noticed today too is the surface has been very strong there. I've seen some METFAR stations clock 39-mile-an-hour wind gusts with sustained winds in the low to mid 20s. That to me is pushing the limits a bit. But the good news is, as we get closer to that 5:30, 6:30 time frame, we will see those wind gusts and the wind speeds, the overall average wind speed, drop a few miles per hour. So that could get them to where they're a little bit more comfortable launching the rocket. So even though those winds are a little bit strong now, we're hoping that can decrease as we get closer to that launch window of 5:30, 6:30 will hopefully help them out. So hopefully soon their meteorologists will come up with a decision when they looked at the threshold after these two weather balloons were launched, and we can get the actual okay from them. But I would say they're still watching the wind very closely, because it is a windy day there and a windy day aloft. Any questions?
Adam, thank you so much. No, I don't think we have any questions. Alex, I'm going to come to you. We hear the venting in the background from the tank farm. Obviously, that's the noise that you hear in the background. Do we see any vents on the tower or the OLM vent at this time?
We have tower vent, very small right now, but it should be growing in intensity, and that's essentially the preparation for propellant load. So right now they are conditioning the lines up to the tower, from the tank farm up to the tower. The next thing that we should see as well is the OLM vent. I'm keeping an eye on that as well. But a lot of people might be asking, and as we go into the propellant load and everything, some people might be asking, why is this flight important? What are we gonna be seeing on this flight? And what's all about Flight 8? So I believe we have a video from Jag explaining all of this in detail.
Going after pirates.
In case you don't remember, during Flight 7, the vehicles used were Booster 14 and Ship 33. Booster 14 performed well with a good ascent, boost back burn, and landing back at the launch tower arms. Only the second booster ever to do so. But Ship 33 was unfortunately lost on its way uphill, losing engines one by one and with fires coming out of the engine section as seen on the onboard cameras. SpaceX says that the most probable root cause was a harmonic response several times stronger in flight than had been seen during testing. This was then led to increased stress in the propulsion system hardware, which created leaks beyond what the vents in the attic could purge, and that started the fires that led to Ship 33's demise. In order to understand the potential solutions that can suppress these harmonic oscillations, SpaceX says it tested Ship 34 at multiple engine thrust levels and with 3 separate hardware configurations in the Raptor vacuum engine feed lines. Remember the awesome 60-second static fire a few weeks back? Yeah, that's what it was for. The update says that, quote, findings from the static fire informed hardware changes to the fuel feed lines to vacuum engines, adjustments to propellant temperatures, and a new operating thrust target, end quote, to be used on Flight 8. Additionally, SpaceX has added vents to the ship and a new nitrogen purge system that will prevent any fires from developing or spreading in the aft section of the vehicle, or so they hope. So what's Flight 8 all about? The answer is that it's pretty much the same plan as with Flight 7, but this time the vehicle is not breaking up prematurely. We'll once again have a Block 2 ship, which includes all of the upgrades associated with that. Some of them were tested on Flight 7, but of course some others didn't even get a chance to do their thing, like for example, the all-new forward flap. Ship Block 2 is a complete redesign compared to Block 1. The ship is now 1 ring taller, with the full stack now being 123.1 meters tall instead of 121.3 meters tall. This extra ring, along with a shortening of the payload bay section, allows for Block 2 to accommodate an extra 300 metric tons of propellant, increasing Starship's performance to orbit. While the payload bay section has been shortened, the Block 2 ship introduces a simplified nose cone section, allowing SpaceX to better utilize that volume for payloads. Therefore, the net change in useful payload volume is essentially neutral, while still being able to lift more mass than before. The nose cone simplifications came thanks to a variety of changes in that area, including the redesign of the forward aerodynamic flaps I mentioned a moment ago. These are now smaller, have a different shape than before, and have moved closer to the leeward side and tip of the nose cone. This forward flap change will hopefully solve the burn-through issues that we saw during Starship Flights 4, 5, and 6, as they no longer have their hinge in direct contact with the plasma flow. Block 2 also has a redesigned heat shield with improved tiles that are less fragile and less susceptible to cracking. The tiles over the dome welds are now also smaller and are pinned instead of glued on, as experience has shown SpaceX that pinned tiles stay on the vehicle better than the glued ones. The header tanks located inside of the tip of the nose cone have also been redesigned with an improved geometry and pressure systems, as well as a simplified attachment to the hull of the vehicle, speeding up production and increasing the useful volume in the nose. The construction of the ship has also been rearranged to speed up production and optimize vehicle processing. The tank volumes not only were increased thanks to the shortening of the payload bay section, but also because the forward and common domes of the ship have been flattened and moved further up the vehicle. Block 2 of the ship also has individual transfer tubes for each of the Raptor vacuum engines, along with the main transfer tube for the center Raptors. These lines are now also vacuum jacketed, which reduces thermal transfer to the cryogenic methane fuel and reduces boil-off. SpaceX also optimized the avionics and communication systems of the ship with more powerful flight computers and redesigned antennas, combining Starlink, GPS, and regular RF communications. On this flight, SpaceX has also added non-structural versions of the catch pins that will be used on future flights for ship catches. These are similar to the booster pins, but just with heat shield tiles around them. During catching, the chopsticks will flap the sides of the ship, so SpaceX is also testing the ramps that will be installed on later ships to protect against that. And it has also removed the tiles from the sides of the vehicle to verify it can survive re-entry without them installed. However, based on what we saw with Flight 6, the ship has a section of its side with a smooth and tapered edge to address the hotspots seen on Ship 31's re-entry. This flight again incorporates more materials testing, including different metallic tiles and one with active cooling. SpaceX has also removed a significant number of tiles to stress test vulnerable areas across the vehicle. You know what I always say, more data, more better. Ship 34 is also carrying 4 Starlink simulators in order to test the deployment of Starlinks ahead of future operational flights. Something that, by the way, we highlight on our very own commemorative Flight 8 patch on the NSF shop at shop.nasaspaceflight.com. These Starlinks would follow the ship in its suborbital trajectory and therefore re-enter and burn up in the Indian Ocean. The flight also features an in-space relight of one of the Raptor engines of the ship, just like on Flight 6, proving once again that Starship can perform propulsive maneuvers in space, such as deorbiting or moving to another orbit. As for Booster 15, it is in general terms pretty much like Booster 14, at least outwardly. According to SpaceX, the vehicle features upgraded avionics, including a more powerful flight computer, improved power and network distribution, and integrated smart batteries. Being able to prove that these vehicles can perform as expected is crucial for SpaceX to move on to the next step of the Starship program: orbital flight, ship catching, and payload deployment.
Let's check in with Ryan Caton, who's got his eyes on the weather too. Ryan?
Well, we've got a very, very clear sky looking here. As Adam was saying, we can see here, this is, well, I'd say this is pretty much perfect. We've got some little wispy clouds coming in through here. I'm going to say that's not really anything to worry about. Fingers crossed for me as well. Up into the north of Texas, we've got all of these look absolutely horrible in the north of Texas, but we're not in the north of Texas, so we don't care. We're inside Texas. So little wispy clouds coming up from Mexico, but for the rest of the Gulf, I'll go over to this side, the rest of the Gulf, I mean, this is just maybe we'll have some really nice tucking views, fingers crossed, as the ship makes its way all the way down towards the Caribbean. I mean, if you're in the Florida Keys hoping to get a little bit of a jellyfish effect, maybe with the sunset, maybe with no clouds in this area, well, apart from these ones, little cloud in this area, this could be very, very pretty, assuming Ship 34 gets a little bit further than Ship 33 did a couple of months ago.
And of course, to get to that point, right, we need to have a fully fueled rocket. And so right now, we're hearing all of those sounds from the tank farm. Right now, conditioning those lines. We come back from that video from Jack, wonderful explanation of what Flight 8 is all about. And we have a very active tank farm. You can see it there to my left and to my top, like all of these views that we have of the tank farm conditioning going on, as well as all of those lines that go out to the launch mount and the launch tower. You can see that oil in vent, that tower vent. That tower vent will stop in a few minutes. That's totally normal. That's part of the process.
All right, guys, we are back. Sorry about that. So, hopefully you've been enjoying the talks from this YouTube channel. I know I had a go at them for doing that patch thing earlier, but they just spend too long on it. A very good sell. It's a very American-y spiel, do you know what I mean? It's very good in terms of that spiel, but I do love what we're doing. It's a good channel.
Right now, they are conditioning those lines that go to those vehicles. That OLM vent will continue to increase.
Right. Let's get back over to BoB.
Weak in power, but you can see it's already a lot more active than before. And so one of the things that we should probably check out is like, how are people
setting
doing
course for
on
BoB.
the roof of the Margaritaville
Just the one jump to
resort,
get there,
right? It's
Commander.
Like, I believe we have a DAS out there at the roof. I don't know if we can maybe, yeah.
Doss, do we have you up on the roof?
Comms check. We have a 5x5? No, it's a 0x0. Okay. Gene, take it away.
Once we get that up there, one of the questions that came
Permission
in is,
to
can you
clear
show
the
the rocket
area
from
and
your point
jump.
of view? Well, what you're seeing on the camera
Yes.
are the points of view of some of our remote cameras,
Boosting now.
also some of our live
Diverting
cameras.
power to
And
engines.
the power vent going there. But again, there's a great we have
Distancing.
cameras on
Stand by.
our which are right over there in Danger Lot. There are cameras that are over at Rocket Ranch with Max, D, and Jack. We have this one, which we call Danger Dune now. One of our favorite places that gets great video, not only of the rocket launching, but also potentially the booster coming back for a catch. And then, of course, we have the views from Margaritaville Resort here on South Padre Island. And when we have Doss back, we will get him back. EJ, I have a question for you. This comes in from Mike, who wants to know, at NASA Space Flight, what will be needed to allow Starship to fly over land?
If my stream fucks up, it's just because I'm installing a new update, so just bear with me.
To get Starship, I mean, SpaceX wants to get this thing running like an airplane. So in order to get Starship to do something like that, we're talking about a more mature design. There was a time where airplanes did not fly on land. I mean, that was mostly because we didn't have runways.
Jumping to next system.
Boats, right?
Jumping to BoB. Interstellar travel mode engaged.
You know, over water and landed in the water. There's no people out there. You don't need to worry about anything going down, right? Well, rockets right now are kind of
Our
at that
next
same
star
point,
is scoopable.
right? So basically
Confirming
making
exit
sure
point
that the rocket
telemetry.
is mature
Stand
enough
by.
to fly over land. That's gonna mean it's gonna require a lot of test flights, but that's gonna get us to a
Commander,
point
we have
where
arrived at the
eventually
requested
we'll be
location.
able to fly these things over land. I mean, SpaceX is trying to achieve airline-like operations, and them working with the FAA is trying to make rockets kind of fit into the air traffic puzzle here, just like another airplane would. Okay, so basically to get to that point, you got to do a lot of flights. You got to fly this thing a lot. You got to get it to basically what NASA would call a technology readiness level. You got to get it to TRL 5, basically a mature technology that's well understood. You know it's not going to do a Flight 7 in pop, right? And you basically got to get to the point where this thing has airline-like operations. That's the big one, Gene. And that's just going to take time and a lot of flights.
And remember, what we're looking at is the 8th flight of a completely new, I mean, Block 2 has flown some. Block 2 of the ship has flown some. Let's put it that way. The other one spectacularly came apart, and the flight termination system was autonomously activated over the Turks and Caicos on Flight 7. But I go back to the Falcon 9 days. I go back to where, they took 20 flights just to land the booster. Now it's just something that we expect. When they have an anomaly, we're like, oh my gosh. And they've flown what, Alex? I'm just going to throw him in here. What is it, 400 something times? Alex knows right off the bat.
Yeah, I don't know
like
it
that?
off the top of my head.
We've got some really interesting stuff going on here, guys.
Right?
It's been a lot. Yeah.
It's been a lot. Now, of course, this is flight 8. Imagine when we get to flight 400 of Starship.
Oh, that's a great thought to think about. You know, when we get to that point, Starship.
It's so cool. So cool watching this.
And you know what? I'm going to welcome that. We're going to keep doing what we're doing here until that gets boring, right?
Yeah. When we get to the T0 and when this Starship gets down to T0, excitement is guaranteed. But this is what it's going to look like when it takes off from Starbase. It's going to be launching to the east. It's going to skirt through Florida and Cuba, and it's going to go well past Flight 7, hopefully, knock on wood. And then it's going to pass over the southern tip of Africa. And then Ship 34 will begin its
So flight 3 went quite some distance, actually, for the third flight.
softly in the Indian Ocean, where the previous flights 6, 5 landed in the Indian Ocean. And again, this is all about getting data. Long before we get to splashdown, there's going to be the tests of the relight. We're going to be able to see, hopefully, the views.
It's gonna let the cats in.
And we'll see the booster do its flip burn, its flip and burn maneuver, fly back. And at that point, EJ, that's where the super heavy booster is talking to the tower. And it's autonomous to a point, right? There is a human being during that boost back burn, it's called the boost back burn, that makes the determination in the flight control center whether they're going to go for a launch. Then it's all flying itself, right?
Yeah, there's basically one human in the loop here. For the entirety of Super Heavy's flight regime, there's one point where
three of us out here are
launch
doing a
and
pretty
landing
damn good job of
director
running
and
this big
landing
slippery
director.
master
Yeah, all right. We'll basically.
Yo, Murphy! Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
Do you want me to land this? Where do you want me to land this? Right.
How are you all doing? Thank you very much for the raid.
Director, you know.
Thank you for the follow, Murphy. Thank you for the raid as well, by the way. Sorry, I'm just catching up with chat. Let's go, Tat. Thank you very much for the raid.
Look at that on the screen. I'm sorry.
Wait, is that a C or an O? Sorry, it's an O. I thought it said Skotak. I do apologize, bro. Skoteo, I'm guessing. Probably butchering it still. But thank you very much. Stream's going well. We've been getting a little bit of the colonization stuff going while I've been watching some of this Starship 8. And
yes,
we are go. Okay, ladies and gents, we have just received first propellant load confirmation. This is brilliant.
We are headed toward T0. I'm excited. If you're excited,
We're actually going to get towards T0 today.
I'm telling you right now, we've got to get pumped up because, you know, it's interesting you say we're a little superstitious in the rocket community. But
Thank you very much as well. I really do appreciate that. How was your stream?
Come on.
Type go in chat. Like you have to put G-O go.
Will you go?
Come on.
All right.
Let's go.
That's a lot of goes.
It's a lot of goes.
That's a lot of goes.
That is a lot of goes.
If we only got a true no go, I'm not saying it.
What you're
but
going
yeah.
to see now is we're going to see some frost lines. Alex and Adrian are going to call out those frost lines when they see them up the ship and up the booster, because this is a huge milestone on the way to Flight 8. Now, remember, we got
This is a massive, massive milestone, guys.
up on the screen in the upper left-hand corner. All right. Alex, you want to hype them up? Adrian, you want to hype them up?
Yeah, like just go. We want this
Tell
to
us where
launch in
you're from.
1 hour, 3 minutes, 42 seconds.
Are you guys ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Hi, I'm ready, chat. Are you guys ready? Look at that. Starhopper 20. Oh my god, look at the very first. And then the legs folding down. SN8 2020. And then blank. God, I remember watching these. 2021. Time and time again. The determination of all the team that are involved in this is an amazing... It's just an amazing feat. Absolutely amazing feat. Flight 1, that's... Oh my god, that was last year. I remember that. Flight 2. Flight 3, this one had a really good success. This one was 3 days after my birthday. Flight 4 was awesome. That one, the splashdown, was amazing to see. And the self-cat. Oh man, we are going to go to space. Look how cool it looks. It's the self-landing that amazes me. And Starship 8, Flight 8. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. We've got an hour left until launch, ladies and gentlemen, so make sure you do stay with us. We're going to be having this in the background here on the stream. Oh, I'm so hyped.
Were you there for the explosions? Were you there for the...
Oh, the explosions as well.
Were you there? We were here, weren't we, EJ?
Yeah, watching that video Gene, just makes me want to yell, shake and bake. Shake and bake. Shake and bake.
We're dancing. We're just watching it right on camera. I love that video. I love it every time. You can see the tower vent there. Adrian, I'm going to ask you some questions about these vents because there might be some folks that are just joining us that haven't been part of the rocket launch community and they just joined NSF or Popular Science. They're watching right now and they don't know what all this means. So tell us, and you and AJ can talk about this back and forth, but Adrian, I'm going to pull you in first. When we see these vents, what are they actually doing with this really, really cold propellant running it up the tower? What are they doing?
Yeah, material has the tendency to not really like being suddenly exposed to very cold liquids. And these two liquid oxygen and liquid methane, are on the very, very cold spectrum. So what they are doing is they are basically moving the whole tank farm first, and now they are moving the ground lines that go to the vehicle due to what is called a chill down. We are now right now seeing the chill down of the lines that go to both ship and booster. The tower vent that you're seeing dying off there, that is expected, don't panic about that, is the fuel line that will go to the ship. The other vent, the OLM vent, is the one that will go to the booster. This is in preparation to have the high flow of liquid oxygen and liquid methane, because otherwise you get things like rapid expansion of the liquids. That's really bad for your pipes. You also get the pipes starting to very, very strongly retract. Also very bad for your pipes. So you kind of need to chill down the system.
So I just got a message. We'll be right back.
Basically, second to last step.
Oh, can't be right back.
Itself and the Raptor engines and everything itself, but this is really the crunch time here. That is, we see the OLM vent there, and this will get stronger and stronger and stronger, this chill down. And once it stops, that's good, because you would imagine, oh, it's stopping, right? It stopped with the fueling. No, in the moment it stops, it starts the fueling, and that's where the liquids no longer go outside the pad, they now go inside the vehicle.
Yep, and that's what we were just talking about when they call out their go for a prop load. That's a huge, huge milestone. One of the other things that's a big milestone is when you support us. So we're going to go to Adrian, and we're going to thank some folks right now.
Absolutely. Starting with Bob Tillmore here, 10 Red Team memberships gifted, thank you so much. Again, I'm starting to run behind here, and there's certainly no chance that I will be able to keep up here. KPI with the $20 super chat. What do you think the limits are for max wind, surface, and the loft for launch?
Okay, we're back home.
Adam, it's not as simple.
No worries. You enjoy your food. Sorry, I'm being a bit quiet.
So, and of course, SpaceX has not.
And I really do appreciate that raid, man.
So we will have to observe. But from what we can tell, everything looks good so far. Dash Riptide, I'm going to EJ for this one. When future flights started going point to point, how will they fly more?
Clear to land at pad number 1, darling.
Weather and all these snow temps for each flight now, having Starships flying all over like planes. How are they going to do that with all of these restrictions needed?
Well, basically, I'm sure if you've been watching Starship with us, you've seen, Adrian, especially you're the FAA whisperer. You've seen NSF talk to the FAA a lot. Well, there's a lot more to that than just, hey, when are they going to launch next? Hey, where's this launch license? Hey, what's going on here? The FAA has been for some time now actually involved with commercial operations for spaceflight, just like they'd be involved with commercial operations for aircraft, for fixed-wing aircraft or rotor wing. I mean, pick your poison, right? The whole point behind that is trying to get rockets to fit into this puzzle of air traffic that we have, that we see pretty much every day flying around in the skies. How's it going to work in the future? It's going to fly like an airplane. It's going to work the same rules as an airplane. That's the idea. To take rocket launches, which in the past, I mean, heck, I don't know. Who's been here long enough to remember when maybe we got one launch a month? One launch a month? Now they launch almost every day. That's great. That's really good. Once upon a time, rockets didn't launch very much, and they required a special restriction, the noticed air missions, right? And, temporary flight restrictions, et cetera, et cetera. We're trying to pivot, well, the FAA and SpaceX and, basically.
Great to have you with us. Commander the announcer.
The U.S. in general is trying to pivot away from that and move to basically trying to make planes work like commercial operations. That's where we're going. It's going to take a lot of flights and a lot of testing, though, to get to that point. But, SpaceX launches a lot, so we're good.
Absolutely. I want to quickly also thank here Stephens with a $50 super chat. Just saying thank you, NSF team. And I think that's the second one of that. So thank you so much for that, Stephens. For all of the support, we have been live for forever today. We have covered the moon landing, we have covered the launch, and sometimes it feels a bit like there's so much happening in spaceflight, right? And there's two things how you can totally keep up with that, and I want to quickly mention them because I think they're amazing to keep up with that. One is our new newsletter. I think it's right now is pinned in the chat, the Rocket Recap, where you get once a week, every Monday, you get a quick recap of what content we have published in news, what content we have published in Starbase Update. You get some articles in that. So if you want to get that in your newsletter every start of the week, go to nsf.live/newsletter and make sure to
Blakia
follow that.
is online.
The other thing is the socials. I want to quickly mention these socials because there's so much news going. So the socials, X, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads and TikTok. If you want to have everything that you can get in this world of spaceflight, that is the perfect way to get it. So that I want to quickly mention because I think it's just a great service for everybody to use.
Yeah. Be sure to get that. Be sure to follow us on all of our socials, and then also get that new weekly newsletter. If you're a space nerd, it's going to fill you full of space nerd goodness. A space nerd that I go to when I have questions about things is.
Oh right, we are back. Watch for more of them when I finish up Elite Dangerous. No, honestly, they are brilliant little streams.
Part of Starship here.
Thank you very much for coming in as well, man. Enjoy that food of yours. Enjoy that food. Right, we do need to transfer all of these over. So spreadsheet time. Where's my spreadsheet? Ceramic, we have got 95 transferred. We have got 279 transferred. And we have got 4 titanium. I only have 4. I thought... Hold on. That does not make sense. Okay. So that leaves us with just steel and titanium now. Don't know what happened there, but 1679. 1679.
Your 99 problems is a site for sore eyes out here near 9 Top Town. Did you really smuggle rails past the feds?
Okay, let's have a look at getting some titanium.
Falcon Delacy Delta, Quebec Yankee 1, orbital construction site. Mesa's prime
Gotta get a
control.
little bit more. A
Fanboy
little bit
isn't an
more, yeah?
emergency
Has
transmission.
that paused?
Sorry, orbital construction site. Mesa's
Don't wanna move too much away from that view on the top right though, because those umbilical lines will get frosty real soon. That vent coming back is essentially part of the process of chilling down those lines that go up to the ship, right? And so that tower vent should disappear in about 6 minutes when that liquid oxygen load starts on the ship. That's gonna be the first commodity to, or I guess the first propellant to be loaded onto the rocket. That'll be liquid oxygen for
Commodity. She said commodity.
T-minus 46-minute mark.
Oh, he said commodity. Sorry. And I'm not gonna lie, it's funny because we're on our commodity screen. So we want to get titanium.
So that tower vent should be disappearing in about 5.5 minutes from now, and the OLM vent will keep going for another 10 minutes or so until booster liquid oxygen load.
You know, and one of the things, EJ, we talk about all the time is the scale. If you ever come to Starbase, you can, you know, you go out there and you can stand next to the rocket.
Where's
and
my...
you're like 10 years old. Your mouth's agape, you're looking up, you're like, what in the world? And the camera angle in the lower right-hand corner really gives you an idea, a little bit of the scale, because you can see staircase.
Yep,
The
it's my favorite thing.
human-sized staircase. Tell us about that, and then we'll go to Ryan Hayden real quick.
So you can see in the bottom right frame, you can see where the ship quick disconnect vent is that Adrian was talking about a little bit earlier. That's the vent to make sure the lines are chilled down. Just to the right of where that vent is spouting off all that gaseous oxygen, you can absolutely see the flights of stairs there. This is not a small piece of equipment.
No, it's not. It's very, very, very large.
Indicator, but yeah, it just doesn't do it justice. You got to come down here and see this thing. It is an absolute monster. It's a scale that you just don't really get until you see it. It's absolutely crazy.
The closest system to buy titanium, excluding fleet carriers, is LHS 220, which is 26.97 light-years from you. Head to Culper Colony, a Coriolis starport that is 48 light seconds from the star. Last price was 4,544 credits, with a quantity of 3,606 tons, 23 hours ago.
The way I do it at home, so I apologise if I keep getting things the wrong way back. Anyway, that way, here skies, okay? We've got nothing over the Gulf. You may notice a little plane come in here, a little prop plane. That's nothing to worry about, I don't think. I believe that's to do with the range security nonsense. We saw the helicopters earlier. Similar sort of deal, making sure that there is nobody where nobody shouldn't be, if that makes sense. Everybody else is staying to that side of the pad, which is just down about there. So this is looking okay for now. And there's one more thing I just wanted to cover. This is on the marine side of things. Now, just ignore me as I very quickly move over and change to the hazard zone. This is the not-mar comparison. That is notice to mariners. You may remember on the last flight, Ship 33 didn't exactly make it all the way to the Indian Ocean. Its flight ended slightly prematurely, and it kind of rained debris down all over the Caribbean. So as potentially a mitigation for that, you can see the Flight 8 NOTMAR, which is in red, has...
This is a really good quality stream we're doing.
The NOTMAR for the previous flight, that's the one in grey. So we see here, this larger area over here, this is where the booster flight takes place. So it's a bit wider because the booster is a little bit more unpredictable, I guess. But as the ship continues its way all the way down across the Gulf, its flight path becomes more predictable, so they can narrow that hazard zone down. However, as you can see, the grey hazard zone, which you remember for the last flight, it ends about
setting
here.
course for Manamaya.
The red one, which is for this flight,
System is just one jump away.
Over, guess what?
No need
the
to pack an
Turks and
overnight bag.
Caicos Islands, which is where we saw those reports of debris washing up on shore. And there was also a report that debris apparently struck someone's car. Now, whether that was actually legitimate or not, I don't think that's actually been confirmed yet. But either way, the hazard zones have been extended, probably as a result of what happened with Ship 33.
Thank you, Ryan. We love your graphics. We love your green screen. and all the information that you bring us, because it's interesting when you brought up the Flight 7 and the Flight 8. They did make some modifications to that. But they also made modifications to the ship, EJ. And one of the things we talked about earlier was not on this flight, but potentially on the next flight, they might be going, depending upon how this one goes, for a ship catch. And one of the questions that came in is from Kal-El. And Kal-El wants to know, at NASA spaceflight, are the ship lifting points structural or architectural? Now, I don't really know. I think they meant the catch pins, because the lifting points are definitely structural.
Oh,
They've
yeah, no.
got to lift that ship
They use
up.
those.
But farther up on the screen, up on the ship, from where that screen was, the camera was pointing, there are little catch pins that stick out from the side. And I think the question is more along the lines of those.
Excuse me.
This ship actually be caught if necessary.
I think that those ones on Ship 34 are actually there just to test like the outer thermal protection system on the pins. I do not think they're going to work. There's no reason for SpaceX to put pins on there if they're not going to try and catch it. Now, that does kind of open up in the future, like maybe on Flight 9, we did see some provisions in the paperwork for Flight 9 that they could do a ship catch. But once again, Gina, as you were saying, it is entirely dependent on how.
My bad. Sorry, Astra.
So I think for now,
Clear the mass lock.
it's a placeholder with kind
That's
of the outer
already
skin to
done.
kind of see
Boosting
how it
now.
fares during re-entry. So I wouldn't go and try and catch this
Power
ship.
to engines.
It probably wouldn't end well, but
Stand
SpaceX
by.
didn't intend to in the first place. So yeah, hence the aesthetic just outside.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the future of Starbase. We do know that they, obviously on your screen, you can see the second tower there. It has shorter, non-stubby, we're not going to call them that, shorter chopsticks, which ensures they can dial in where the booster's coming back and where the
Power
ship is
balance.
and land it so precisely. Also, as Alex mentioned earlier in an answer to one of the questions, that's less mass they have to move. On top of the chopsticks, you saw the catch rails just a second ago, but imagine the future. Okay, they get the
Entry
second,
guidance computations
flame
complete.
trench.
Jumping
There
to
you go.
Manamaya.
Hey, he said the thing.
Fridays, I said the thing. It's one of our shows if you don't know. Imagine they get the flame trench done. They're ready to go. And
This
there's one of the
star
catch
we are
points in the
heading
lower
to is
right-hand corner
scoopable.
we're talking about. What are they going to do to pad A? Are they just going to tear it down and put a flame trench?
We have reached our
eventually
target
having two flame
destination.
trenches?
What
My
next,
question really
Commander?
wants to get to the is this.
Lepus is
Imagine the future.
and it
You
is
see
home
two
to the
boosters and
infamous
two ships, and we're probably
Armored
talking Block
Carbon
2, Block
Red
3,
variable
standing
star.
on those, ready to go. Do
Another
you think they'll
notable
ever
object is the
put them on there at
Spearcraft
the same
Nebula,
time and potentially launch
planetary
them?
nebula with an intricate
Well,
pattern
they're going to have
nearly
to,
2,000
right?
light years
They're going to have to. Starship
You
is
should
designed
really
to
go
be
check this
refueled
one
on
out.
orbit. Now, that's not a skill that, or an ability that SpaceX has unlocked in their proverbial tech tree of technologies needed to explore the solar system, right? I've been playing too much Kerbal. Anyway, so that's not something they have unlocked yet, but it will be something in the future. In order to kind of build out the architecture that you need to explore, they're going to need to do on-orbit refilling, basically moving liquid methane and liquid oxygen into a Starship that's already launched up into space, and basically go from there. Adrian, what's up?
Yeah, so I have the news that the tower vent has stopped, or it's mostly stopped, which means we are into propellant loading of Starship for Flight 8.
That's what we
Here
want.
we go.
Hey, nice.
Now, the tower
Good
vent,
news. Good news.
ship is being loaded, right, Adrian?
Exactly. The booster will join, I think in 2 minutes, right, Alex? Like 2 minutes later.
Yeah, that's weird. Alex, let me just butt in here. Alex, why do they start loading the ship first if it's standing on an empty booster?
Well, the booster is empty, but it is not unpressurized, right? That's what actually gives it the structural stability, that pressure. Even when it's full, if it were not pressurized, it doesn't matter how full it is, it will just crumple, right? Under the weight of the ship above. So you need to pressurize it. That's what keeps it at a right pressure. And I want you to look at the ship. You can see with this low light condition, because the tower is sort of, casting a shadow. Oh, no, come back. I wanted to point out the shadows on the tanks as they load. There you go. You can see the bottom of each tank. It's a little bit more dark than the rest of the tank. That's because they're getting cold, and so you have some of that condensation and getting, you know, that frost should be coming up really soon as those tanks get very cold. And sorry, Kevin, for doing that to you.
Yeah, we're going to start to see frost lines, but the view of that OLM vent is just rocking. And what we're expecting, and Alex, correct me if I'm wrong, we're expecting that in the next couple of minutes, maybe 90 seconds, to stop.
This looks awesome.
See the pipes going in, those propellant lines, EJ, going in there. Adrian, come on in.
Yeah, and we have also confirmation from SpaceX, propellant load of Starship's upper stage and super heavy booster underway. So official confirmation as well. Check the boxes.
Yeah, because you gotta remember that while we're still seeing the OLM vent, that's related to the liquid oxygen load on the booster. It has not started.
I wonder if there's an actual official one.
In fact, in some of the wide shots, you might see those methane subcoolers. There you can see there are some of the venting
on the stream.
going on. That's part of the methane subcooling system, and all of them are venting quite vividly, and that is because that nitrogen that is being used to subcool the propellants is boiling off, and they need to vent that, and that is precisely why we see that activity. And some of those...
Why is he still watching bloody Star Citizen shit while streaming bloody Elite Dangerous? Like, get the fuck out.
Already on the booster, because also the booster subcoolers are being used, and so all of the methane right now, all of the methane tanks are being loaded, but the liquid oxygen load on the booster has not started yet. That will be the last thing in a couple of minutes from now.
That's excellent news. Checking those boxes off toward a T0. The number in the upper left-hand corner, notice it has been updated. T-minus 41 minutes and about 18 seconds as we go for a T0 potential launch of Flight 8. And one of the things that we love about this is these views that we get from our remote cameras and our great photographers that are in the field. And you might ask, if you're just